glitch. So yeah, awesome. So we are back live now. So you should see us live. Thanks for that prompt. Okay, cool. At least now uh I'm a bit relieved that it's back live. Okay, so let's pick it up from where we just ended. So we created a form that has our full name, our email, and then the local user group, which we are pleading that whatever the user group is, once you enter the name, include the country, and then which of the platforms you are more interested in. And it will be good to know, just have an idea of which day. Right now, we're trying to pick the day, so let's go to the questions and let's just add one more so we can sample some information from our community members. So let's say what day in the week would and now one thing I want you guys to notice, I'm just going to zoom in a bit. Now, do you realize that thanks to the Microsoft AI in all of its products, immediately I typed what day in the week, it's suggesting the options for me, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So this is AI built into everything that, Microsoft is doing. All right. So let's do this. So here, which day in the week would work, would be what do we say? Should we say that what would be appropriate or would be convenient? Would be would be good for you to join a virtual. Looks like today I can type virtual call, and then we can add Sundays because of the streams. Well, you never know. You never know. So let's add it. So let's add Sunday, let's add Monday, let's add Tuesday. We can actually say add all right? And then we know we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So options are there, okay? So, um, well, this is not necessarily required. People might not, well, let's force them to answer this for us so that we can get some useful information, okay? So let's add another one, another choice, and say what time of the day works for you. All right. So here we're just going to be very simple. We'll say morning. If you pick it, we say afternoon, and then we can add evening to it. Right? Awesome. So I think this is it. We're fine. So we have our form. Let me reduce this. That's created. That takes the full name, that takes the email address, your user group, the platform you're interested in, which days you think you can join, and then you know what time. I mean, this is just to sample things out. Awesome. So we have this done. Now, let me go here and open Automate on the other side. So now we have our form saved within my account. So let's go ahead. We should be logged in now. Awesome. If I go to my flows, I don't think I have any flows under this account because I don't use this account to do these type. Oh, vacation approval. That's like one I did very like as you can see a year ago. I don't want to fix this. Okay, so now let's go ahead and create a flow. So right now we want the situation whereby when we get a response from here, when we get a response from here, we actually pick the email, okay, from the response, and then we use that to send an invite from Teams for the user to join. Okay, so let's do that. 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 Awesome. Okay, so now let me go here and then add a new flow. We'll just say instant from blank or schedule. This is going to be like instant from blank, and then we'll call it. Let's call this steady group automation. All right. And then let's choose how. Let's keep this because I'm going to do this in the next session. So we come here and then I can say forms. Okay. And when a new response is submitted, so I click this. So now it will try to connect to whichever account I'm using and then try to pick any forms that I have. Okay, well, let's connect since it's not picking my account. Let's see if it will connect here. Yep, I have various accounts, so sometimes I need to try to connect. Ooh, 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 ooh. Sign in to create a connection to Microsoft Forms. So looks like we're having some challenges connecting. Yes, we're using Hotmail. That is where we have our form. It won't join. Really? Let's see. Yeah, Hotmail. Hotmail is where we have our form. And let's try to sign in again. Okay. Okay. Let's try to pick this again. Let's see if this. Okay, so it won't work. So I'm suspecting because I'm using a personal account, that's why it's probably misbehaving. So let's do this. I'm going to sign out from this. No, 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 before I sign out, let's do this. We have the name. I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to open a new tab and then let's try with our. So let's go to portal.office.com. And so what I'm going to do this time around is I'm going to use our tenant, our developer tenant to do this just for a check. So let me enter my super secret password. Cool. So my super secret password has been entered. And now I'm going to go to all apps and I should see forms here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to replicate the form again. Nope, yeah, I'm just going to create a form. So we have this open here. So we're just going to move this to this side. We're just going to do some copy and paste. After all, we don't want to be reinventing the wheel. So and then we add our first question, which is a text. Let's say full name required. Then the next one is another text, which we said email address. And then we said here you can use either personal, um, school, or organization account. You can use any of them. And then the third question we said it's also a text. Local user group, and then we said include country, and then we added another one, and this one is a multiple choice, and this is where we asked which of the power platforms that you belong to, you want to partake in. We have the Power BI, and then we have Power, oh, no, we have Power Apps. Then we have Power Automate. Then we have Power Virtual Agent. Okay. Okay. Then we went ahead to ask which day in the week would be good for you to join a virtual call. And this is also a multiple choice question. We asked and then we added all the days. Now we added a new one and asked which time of the day works for you. So this was also another multiple choice, and then we had things like morning, afternoon, and then evening, thanks to IntelliSense, right? So that's this what we did. That's all we did so far. And yeah, if you go to the preview, this is what we have. We have so pretty much remade the whole form. Cool. Awesome. Now let's come back here and now let's go back to flow. Where is our flow? Flow, Power Automate. There you go. We have our forms here. I'm 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 a, I'm contemplating because I don't have my Teams account in this particular Demystify thing. I don't know how that's gonna play out, but I'm still, tempted to use it any which ways and see how that works. So with that, I think I can actually close this since I'm not using this again, so I can keep monitoring the feed. So let's do this. Let's reset this and then go to my flow. We've created some flows in this account, so you should see that. Dismiss. Oh yeah, that's still connected to my road, but that's fine. Let me show that. Okay, so this is still reading from my, let's see. Cool, cool, cool. So in the flow, I have to sign out from here because it's still seeing my old account. So let's do this. And this one, yeah, will just ask me to sign in again. And let me enter my super secret password. And we are back. Cool. So now my forms is still intact, but now is the automate that I want to set up. And let's see. Let's reset this. Yep. And yeah, we're in the right tenant. So now if we go to flows, we should see some of the flows we've created. Yep. When an email arrives, post a list to Twitter. We've done this a couple 2 weeks ago, and then just in a day we've done this. So cool. We are looking good. Great. So create a new flow. This is an instant flow from blank, and then we'll call this steady group automation. And let's see. Yeah, I'll just skip this and then I'll create it in here. So this is Microsoft Forms, and then when a response comes, so this should at least sign in. As you see what happened. So this automatically signed in because I had already signed in with my, with this particular account, and it knows I just have one form. There you go, Power Platform Study Group, which is the form we just created. All right. Okay. So what happens? So what happens when a response comes? Now, the couple of things we can do. We can either get a record, create a new record, delete. Like this is just there are a lot of things we could do to it. But what we want to do is that anytime a response comes, we want to extract something from the form. All right, we want to extract some. It's the email we want to extract, and then once we extract the email, right, we can now go ahead and use that email, open forms, and then send a request. So let's do this. Let me try a variable. So let me initialize. Let me actually. Let me set a variable. Okay, and the variable name. Oh no, I have to create a variable first. As a thing. Let's delete this and let's do this. I'm going to say variable and then initialize a variable, and then I'll call this user email, or let's say, oh, just call this member email, And this one will just be a string, and there's no initial value to this. All right. And then I can go ahead and do variable again. And this time I want to set that variable. What value is it? I want to use some dynamic value. Open this up. List of response. Let's see. No, so another thing you would realize when you're using the forms is that the response happens like response comes into like an Excel file. So to be able to do that, you would have to, loop through the entire, document, or you have to loop through the response. But hold on, let's see. List of response notification. Nope. List of response notification response IDs. Nope. That's not what I want to do. Hold on. Let's see something. So the variable is there. When the response comes, list of response notification. List of response notifications response ID. Okay. Well, if I get a response ID and I can get, hold on. Let me see. Just trying something crazy here. Hold on. So let's say, let's do this. Let me, instead of, let me delete this. I'm coming. I just want to check something out. Let's do this. And then if I do forms, there's forms here. That's only giving me get response detail. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Get the response details. And this is it. And then, so unique identifier of the response. Okay, so let's step back and look at this uh, quickly. So what happens when you send a response? So the response is going to go into an Excel file, and we have access to this Excel file. So if we initialize a variable, that is going to hold the email, right? Now, even if we start to say, okay, get us the response details, we need to get the unique identifier of that response. Okay, so let's do this. Let me delete this. Yes. And let's try this. Let's just try this. We're just going to initialize this variable. I'm going to save this. All right. And I'm going to do a test. I'm just going to do a test just to see what happens. So I'll say, well, just write save and test. So the app is running. So let me go to the form, and then I'm going to submit. So here, this is like, I'm just going to, submit this. So let's say this is Samuel Adreni here. Let me use my Outlook account. That will be the Accra Power Platform user group. And then I can do comma Ghana. And I'll do this. Just pick one, or maybe someone will say, well, let's allow them to pick more than one, but we can figure it out. So here, and I will probably say for me, how about Sunday evening? Okay, just as a test. And mind you, this is running. Okay, so I'm going to click submit. And thanks, your response was submitted. Now let's see what happens. Now, see, it says my flow ran successfully. So this is running. At this point, I'm able to send. So let's open this up. So as you can see, the form ID came in, all right, and this is the body of the form. So in the body, in the response data, this is what we have. We have the form ID, all right. This is a form ID that came, and then this is the response number one. So response ID is one. Okay. So now, if I come here and I say, so if I know the response ID is one, now I can use this response ID, Okay, I can use the response ID and then go grab that information from the form and then do something else. All right, baby steps. Good. So we know this is happening. So let's go back. This worked fine. Let's go back and edit it. So in here, we initialize the value. Let's see if we can do this. Um, so list of response notification. So when the form is submitted, list of response notifications, response ID. Okay, I'm going to save this, and for the sakes of this, let's go back. Since I am, let me go to response, refresh this. Yeah, it says one response. Since I'm not allowed, I think I can be allowed to do a duplicate of stuff, so no problem. So I'm going to go to preview and I'm going to do another one. Let's say Kofi Mensah, and I'll say I mean these are all fake ones, so let me just go ahead and let me try use something else at gmail.com. That'll be Accra Power Platform UG. And this time I'll do automate. I'll still say Sunday evening and I'll do a submit. Now let's come back and see what happens. Oh, it ran, it ran, it ran, it ran. Now, the reason why we are not seeing it is that I didn't select the run. So you can see this is the second run. So when I open it, I can actually go through the flow and see. So this, as you can see, response ID is 2, right? And then in here, let's see what we have. Look at that. Member email string value is 2. So now I have the response ID 2 coming in. All right. So it initializes a variable with a value of 2. So now I know that in the responses, this is what 2. Good. So I hope you understand what we're doing. When the response comes, we're initializing a variable that is going to get the response ID that is coming in from the form. And once we get that response ID, we're going to use that response ID to grab the details of the person's response from the form, and we're going to pick the person's email, and then we're going to go to Teams and send an invite to join the study group with that particular email. Okay. All right, so let's go back here and let's edit. So at least we're getting there, we're making some headway. So now we have the variable, right? Now we need to go back to forms and say that now we want to get the response details. And here we can now use what? Where's the variable? Where is the variable? Where is the variable? Where is the variable? Yeah, dynamic content. Well, so if this would pick up, then I don't even think we need this. Let me move this up. Yeah, because if this, when a new response is submitted, I can use that. Oh, sorry. I can use that um, get response details and use a response. Yeah, so this still works. So I can get the details, and now let's see what happens from the get response details. Yeah, I can still use this. Now I want an email. So let's go in. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. So full name, email address. This is what we are looking for. All right. I'm looking for the email address. So I select the email address, and now I'm storing the email address in a variable because I could use it somewhere else. Like let's say how do we say after joining, I probably want to say thank you, all right, to the person. But on second thought, let's look at this. If this is giving me all the details I need, I don't need to create this variable here. Yes, because I'll get that from the response. So let's take out the variable. Yeah, work with me. We're trying to do this together. So let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Oh, thank you very much, Zuzu. Really, really much appreciate the love. Really, really, really appreciate it. Yep, 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 yep. So, what next? We have our form submitted. We have the value. Let's go pick it out of it. Let's do that. The power team. The power team. I kind of like, see, this is too cool to avoid. So this is what's going on. Let me just bring this here. This is the power team in Nigeria. Like, these guys make things happen. And hey, kudos to you guys. I can't wait for the West African tour, guys. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be crazy. Let's make Africa rumble. Let's make Africa rumble. Also, hey, let's not get distracted. Let's get back to what we're doing. Seriousness. Hey, someone, compose yourself. All right, cool, awesome. So now we have the information. Now, what do we want to do now? Now, the form is submitted. We've pulled the information from the forms. We want to now go to Teams and send an invite because people are complaining when they use the link, the link is not working, is not functioning. So, hey, let's go ahead and do that. So now, new step, and I'm going to say Microsoft Teams, right? Now, check this out. I am going to now I pick Teams. Now, when I pick Teams, this is what happened. It automatically connected to um, the teams associated with this email, which is not what I want to do. I want um, how do I put it? I want it to come to connect to our study group teams. All right. So let's go ahead and I think I can go to my data and my connections. Before that, I'm just going to save. I'll save this and then let's go to connections. Um, oh, you know what? Let's do this. I won't say get messages. Let's channel, let's team, post a message, post an adaptive card, and wait for a response. No, post your own adaptive cards. No, that's not what I want to do. Let's see, let's see. This is list all team shifts. No, that's not what I want to do. Let's see more. So, you know what? Let's try if we can see Teams Pro. They might ask me for a license, but get a message, get messages, post a choice of options for as a flow board to a user. No. Post a message. No. Post a reply. Post an adaptive cast. Create a channel, list teams. Um, okay, how about this way? When, because I can't seem to find an ability to invite to the team. So what I can do is, can we do? Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. This is where we check this out. Let me say, add. Post your own adaptive cards as a float. No, that's not what we're looking. Now, this gives me the opportunity to point out something. Now, I can go ahead and click on user voice. What user voice does is that if it's a missing feature that I'm trying to use right now that is not there, I would need to use this and submit a feature request and have like you guys go like it so that the team working on Flow know that this is a request people are asking for. All right. Let me just let me just go find out something on Twitter. At Power Automate. Is there a themes? This would be an action allows you to add a user to a team, a channel, sorry. Is there a Teams action that allows you to add a user to a channel? Yeah, let's use this. Let me scratch. Let me. Yep. Actually, let me ask John. John is the automation guy, so let me ask him this. Let's see how this goes. Is there a team settings that allow you to add a user? Uh, let me bring in Brian. Let me bring in Summit. Let me ask Summit if Summit has an idea. Actually, let me ask, yeah, Flojo. Yeah, maybe Flojo might have an idea of that. So let's see, Flojo and who else? Yeah, we can ask Alan. We can ask. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Let me ask these people and see what they come up with. Let's see what they think. Yeah, we're taking it to another level, guys. Taking it to another level. Okay, cool. So, whilst I ask the guys and just sit back and wait to see who responds to it, let's try to figure a way around it. Now, right now, with this, we can get a response and post the response into Teams. But what I can do is, yeah, you know what? Let me close this, save this, and let me go to my connections. Yes, I want to add another connection to, so I have, so Twitter, forms, so yeah. So let me add a new connection. I'm looking for Teams. Yeah, Microsoft Teams. Microsoft enables you to get all your yeah. I want to create a connection for Teams. Maybe that's why I'm not sure, but maybe there's no connection for it. That's why it's not doing that. But I doubt. Okay, so let's go to Hotmail. Now I enter my super sensitive password. Okay, let's get back to this. Okay, so it Microsoft Teams enables you, so it's not connecting to the Teams, which I'm not surprised because this is like a test account, and that the other Teams is kind of like a private thing. But let's see. Let me go here. Let me try something from here. Just a sec. Let's see if this pops up. Mm, 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 mm. I mean, worst case would be for me to collect the emails and then add you to just create maybe another flow to add you to add the list from from that Excel or the response and add you to it. That would probably be a way to do it, but I am not let's see. Hold on a sec. Let me open this again and let's do this. We're already here. So yeah, this is our test. So this is not connecting. Just a sec. Let's see. We will fix this before we leave. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to try to connect with this. Let's go here. Let's go to all our apps. Okay. No, I'm just gonna stay. I'm going to stay in the web app, so you can see what I'm doing. Stay into no dismiss. So as you can see, this is like a very new. It's not like something the team who are using because it's a developer account. All right. So what I would want to see is, let me go ahead here and under teams, there's only one team here. All right. So I'm going to create a team, build a team from scratch. Well, this can be an org, or this can be a private. Yeah, let me do it private so that I can keep the emails to myself. So I can say steady group request. All right. So let's say, here we go. So this is steady. Let's see. So this is steady group. Let's change this. Yeah, let's do steady group request. Uh-huh. That was a very glitch. Okay, so steady group request. I'm gonna click on create, and then nice work. Awesome. Now, good. So we don't have any members yet. We're going to skip. Cool. So now I have a steady group request group channel. All right. Teams here. Good. So now let me go back to the flow and let me create a new connection. And this will probably ask me to pick, and let's go ahead and pick, our default team since that's what we're using. And let's see if that connects. Yep. As you can see, that just connected because within the tenant. I think because it's a developer account, they're not allowing access to external um, accounts. That's fine. So let's do this. Where is that? Okay, open. Okay, so now that we have it, let's go back to the flow. And where is that? Yep, this is. Let's go edit this. Yeah. So now I have this. So now I'm going to go to the next step, and I can select Microsoft Teams, and let's post a message as a flow board to a channel, post a message as a flow board to the post adaptive cards to the Teams channel and wait for response. Yeah, this should connect to the teams I already have. The team ID in this case would be steady group. Yeah, just a general one. Ah, so message key, and then I would have sent. Okay, that's a good one. Well, it's just something I can play around with, but that's not what I wanted to. That's not what I wanted to do. So I just wanted to pick up and see how that looks like. Fine. Okay, so this is what we want to do. Yeah, we know it's a Microsoft Teams thing. Get time of response. Shift. No, no, no. See more. Everything is loaded. So, well, all we can do is just post a message. Just create, no, post a message. All right. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to post a message with the email, and then the other thing I would do is I would actually use um, a different flow to go through the list of response and do something else. All right. So the teams, it will go to steady group request. It will go to the general, and then I will say, yeah. So Samuel or whoever filled it. So that's like full name, as you can see from here. So as you can see from here, we'll say full name has requested to join the steady group from local user group will be here uh, with this email address, or let's say with, then we can have the email address. hmm Yeah, answer to the email address. You say with email with this as, yeah, that's, I think that'll be all. Yeah, so right now all it's saying is that it's going to post this message to our group. All right, so let's save. Now once this is saved, let's test this, and I'll perform and I'll save and test. This is running. So I'll come back to the form, submit another request, and I'll say Samuel. I'll just say Adroni and my email, outlook.com. This will be the Accra Power Platform UG into bracket Ghana. And then I'll say automate. I'll still stick to Sunday evening. And I'll click submit. So thank you. So let's go check the flow. So the flow has run. As you can see, it put all these details for us. Power Automate Sunday evening. And if you check the response, so it creates someone has requested to join. So it ran successfully. Now let's go ahead and check if something came in. There you go. Take a look at this. Samuel Adjonia has requested to join the study group from Accra. Wait. So now the email address comes in. Okay. So now at least I have the email address. So now that I have the email address, I can I can figure it out. Another thing I want to do, if there isn't any, I think there's a notification I'm getting from the team. Yes, submit. Okay, well, still waiting for the response from them. Okay, awesome. So if are we supposed to join a study group with a Microsoft account we created? Nope. Okay, so that's it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so now as you can see, the message comes in. So I'll right now that I don't know or that we can't see the Teams invite API or connector or action, what might happen is that I might go read into the Teams API using the Microsoft developer, tools and see how I can use the API to create my own Azure function that takes an email address and then uses that to, send a request to create or someone join someone to a team. So if that happens, then I can now come back to my flow and integrate this into the flow so that once I get the response and I get all this, I can now call that function and pull that in. All right. Actually, let's see this. Developer.microsoft. Yeah, I just want to check if, yeah, so this would be Microsoft 365, not adaptive cards, not a Graph Explorer. It's more, yeah, it's more office specific. Power your apps with REST, APIs that connect to data and Office via Windows. Okay, let's try these. And I'm not going to use I'm not going to use the JavaScript for anything, so that's fine. Okay, so the new Graph API features, let's see, length, yeah, I know, I mean, that's fine with our Office 365 development. We're cool with that. Okay, no problem, no problem, no problem. Yep, yep, we already joined this. And yeah, all right. Well, this is where I'm going to stop since we don't have a connector to do I mean, we've seen how to send information to Teams, but I want to do something unique that is not yet in Teams. So what I'm going to do off the show is I'm going to go into the API, look at the Teams API, look at how I can create my own endpoint that allows me to take an email and then add the person to a steady group channel. Now, once that is done, I'll come up with a follow-up video or blog post and I'll share that. Until then, it always has been Samuel Adjani for Power Series every Sunday. Make a date with me, join me, and hey, learn something new, share something, and be the change you want to see. Have a wonderful evening.